Hey guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, I am Ivy Akum, and if you're an old subscriber, thank you so much for always tuning in. So I had a program with a TV channel here in Yaoundé, Glory Christ channel. So it began first by me having a makeup session with a journalist, and then we moved on to the interview. So this video is just some parts of the interview and the makeup session that we had. So please do not go anywhere, keep watching. You're all welcome to Ivy and Makeover Studio. So today I'm going to be doing a full face, and these are the products that we are going to be using. First, we have our powder palette, our concealers, foundations, brushes, eyeshadow palettes, lipstick palettes, mascaras, glues, setting sprays, primers, and beauty blenders. So now let's get started. Next, I'm going to go in with my foundation. And I'm going to use my beauty blender to just blend that out. Next, I'm going in with my concealer to highlight these points of her face to bring more life and definition to her face. And then I'm going to go in and blend that out. So next, I'm going to use my setting powder to set all the parts which I concealed. Next, I'm going in with my powder palette. I'm going to use a dark shade of powder to contour her face. Next, I'm going in this same powder palette. I'm just going to use a powder shade that is exactly her skin tone and set all the other parts of her face. I'm going to go in now with her brows. I'm going to use my eye pencil, a brown eye pencil, to bring more definition to her brows. Next, I'm going to use my concealer to clean up the brow. Now I'm going to move on to the eyeshadow. We are going to be creating a very neat and simple look. So first, I'm going to go in with a milky shade and apply that on top of her eyelids. Next, I'm using this dark brown shade to bring more definition to her eyes by creating her crease. And for her lips, I'm going to be doing a nude lip too. First, I'm going to line her lips with brown lipstick. Next, I'm going to go in with my setting spray and spray blend properly. And finally, I'm going to go in with some lip gloss to apply that on. So to conclude, a perfect makeup look consists of well done brows, well constructed eyeshadow, a well baked and contoured face, well sculptured lips, and of course a beautiful wig just like the one she's wearing now. Thank you so much for trusting Ivy Wigs and Makeovers. We are situated in Yaoundé, precisely at Essos at Safari Junction, directly opposite Chanterelle Secondary School. Over to you.
Young lady who is going to be talking to us about hair wigs. Of course, I'm looking beautiful, right? Yeah, it's on Glam Fashion. After this transition, we'll be welcome back to all of you who are just joining us. You're watching Glam Fashion, and we are here to bring you fashion. We are here to talk about the ladies. Men, you're not left out, because it's all about making your sisters, your wives, your girlfriends, your ladies in your world beautiful. And here we are with Ivy Makeovers. Hello, Ivy.
Hello, Blessing.
So we're talking about makeovers. Ivy Makeovers. Who is Ivy?
Well, Ivy Makeovers. Well, the person behind Ivy Makeovers is me, of course, and I'm called Barbie Ivy Apple.
Wow, and someone can be asking, wow, for that young lady seated in front of the screen, of course, that is Ivy Makeovers. Ivy Makeovers is all about makeup, it's all about looking good, like you said, confident, all that. So Ivy Makeovers, today we are talking about hair wig. What is a hair wig?
Well, a wig is basically hair bundles that have been put together and sewn on top of a wig cap, on top of something called a wig cap, which then comes in form of a ready-made wig or ready-made hair that you can just put on your hair without necessarily going to the salon to sew it down.
Okay, so what are the different types of hair wigs that you use?
Well, there are so many types of hair wigs, ranging from synthetic hair wigs, natural hair wigs, and human hair itself.
Now, how long does it take to come about the hair?
Well, it depends on the accuracy and fastness of the person. But for someone like me, I can say I'm already so messy, so I can take at sometimes, it depends on the kind of wig, but minimum is 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes minimum.
That is for a hard worker. Now, what are the equipment when you want to come about the hair wig?
Well, about the hair wig, to thread, to needles, to comb, to hair machines such as Babyliss machines, hair curlers, curling wands, hair glues, and so on and so forth.
What are the advantages of having a hair wig here?
There are so many advantages of having a hair wig because, especially nowadays, with the outcome of expensive hair bundles and everything. In those days, we just go to the salon when we sew it down to the hair. But now, with the coming of wigs, it's so easy because you could actually just sew it onto a wig, and you wouldn't need to slip it in. You wouldn't need to move up and down all the time. The main advantage of the wig is because it's very disposable. When you go out, you come back, you take it off, and you feel free, especially in hot areas. The second advantage is that it makes the hair to last longer. Because when you sew your hair bundles on top of your hair directly, you move it, start getting into it and can start destroying it. So hair wigs are very, very advantageous.
Okay, there is someone asking a question. Do hair wigs actually get bad or do they get old?
Actually, hair wigs get bad depending on the nature. For example, if it's synthetic hair, we all know that synthetic hair cannot last for more than 1 year. It can't, because after some time it's going to get tangled. But if it's human hair wigs, if you're treating the hair well, if you're keeping it in good condition, especially with long hair, I think the more you then I think the more but notwithstanding, you can still look very beautiful in a very cheap wig, as cheap as 10,000 francs.
Okay.
So generally I would say they are not expensive.
Right. So it's affordable for everyone. If you want to look good like Blessing is an Ivy, then you make sure that you keep at least minimum 10,000 francs and you'll be very beautiful. Ivy, maybe are there any inconveniences with having a wig on?
Honestly, they are.
Yeah.
Especially in hot areas like Douala, and sometimes Yaoundé gets so hot. So when you put on the wig, normally it retains the heat within your hair and it starts itching.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the inconveniences. First. Secondly, there are some wigs that are not really balanced on the head. Sometimes it can embarrass you, like maybe you go somewhere and on shaking your hair, the wig comes off
Yeah.
and it falls off. So those are the inconveniences with using wigs.
Now, how does someone determine that a wig has been well made or not?
Okay, a wig that has been well made is smooth.
Yeah.
It's not bumpy.
Yes.
That's the first. Secondly, the wedges are equal. You don't have excess. You don't have fly out.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's beautiful. Now, we have the wigs which are made with the use of a machine and they're handmade wigs.
Yes.
What can you say about both?
Well, handmade wigs and machine wigs, they are almost the same thing.
Yeah.
The difference with the machine is just that it's almost, in fact, it's uniform as compared to the hands. But handmade wigs, when done very well, sometimes it's even more it's better than machine wigs because
Okay.
you actually take your time and you fit the wig cap on top of the mannequin head. You take your time and you sew. But now when you're doing it directly on the machine, sometimes you could sew and there could be some irregularities without you noticing because it's not
Yeah.
on top of a head.
Yeah.
Yes. Then there are also wigs that are made with glue
Okay.
that you just use hair bonding glue and you glue them.
Thank you very much, Ivy. I think there's so many questions that people may want to ask. But if you have your questions, of course, you can send it to our contact 67441 3333 or 690610444. That is it from Glam Fashion. If you have anything to talk to us about beauty, you can still get to us. Ivy, thank you very much for being on Glam Fashion.
Thank you.
We were
Thank you very
happy
much.
to have you, and you could as well try as much as possible to visit Ivy to get a wig, or why not contact us? It's all about wigs. Once again, a thank you to Verosa Paso behind the cameras, a thank you to Sora Owona for the sound, and thank you Moise Shehu for this great job well done. Until then, stay tuned to other programs. Bye.